Which ratio was the most helpful in your reports and why?
Well, the accountant person was doing that most of the time. I think it was the profitability ratio. That's what we used, profitability ratio.
Could you please explain your answer in more detail?
Well, we kept calculating the profitability ratio at each period, and we could see how it was going up and down. So we used that to see whether we're making a lot of profit or not. And sometimes we weren't. Sometimes we weren't. So we had to examine that and think about what we should do.
And why was this ratio most helpful in your reports?
Well, as I said, it showed us when we were making a profit. So, and when we weren't making a profit, we had to think about things we needed to do to get back into profit. So we might have to. Obviously, if sales weren't going well, if we were losing out to competition, then that would help us know that.
Thank you. Did you have any liquidity problems? And explain your answer, please.
Liquidity?
Yes, liquidity problems.
What do you mean by liquidity?
I'm sorry, it's a liquid asset, for example. So.
We had to get some loans. We had one period we needed some money, so we had to get some loans, and they were quite easy to get and quite reasonable. So that helped us because we needed the cash to buy the stock. So that's what we did in that month. We had a loan.
And can you give some explanation, please?
Well, we required stock, so we knew that the market was going to be. We thought we had a great market share and it was increasing, so we needed to have more stock. So we took a loan which allowed us to generate a lot more stock, which we did sell most of it, but without that loan we wouldn't have been able to meet that perceived demand.
Okay, thank you. And the final question is, what are the main components of the balance sheet?
Balance sheet. The income, where there's lots of costs. So we have materials, we have I think income and costs.
Okay, it is the balance sheet.
I did marketing with balance sheet. Yes, balance sheet. So that would be the assets and the liabilities, assets, liabilities, and because you have to make it balance. The equity, or the owner's equity to make it balance. So I think those are the three. So you have all the liabilities to customers, to various loans, that kind of thing. The assets, the fixed assets, the company, the buildings if we had them, stock, and the liquid assets, and then the owner's equity, which helps you balance the account. I think that's the balance sheet.
Okay, thank you very much. We've come to the end of the test, and that's it. So, thank you, and you may leave the room now.
Okay, did I do well? Did I pass?
I'm sorry. The results will be in the grade book, and you will know when.
Can't you tell me, did I get a B or an A?
No, that's the end of the test. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
During the filming of the candidate answers, we try to finish each section with a very firm thank you. It signals the end of each section to the student. It also cuts down waffling and keeps you on time. When you get to the final part of the exam, you should try and finish with, thank you, that's the end of the test. And if you're lucky, 90% of your candidates will get up and walk out then. If they do try and find out their score, be very firm. Just direct them to a grade book to check there. You can give them some idea of how long it might be before the scores are available, but you don't give them the score, you don't discuss the scores with the other examiner, and obviously you don't talk about the score until the student has left the